Hey everybody, it's Dr. Nicole Bonner with Healing Hands and Manahawkin. Did you know that your spine can age faster physiologically than what you are chronologically? Yeah, it's true. The spine has the potential to age or break down. Some people call it spinal degeneration. Have you ever heard that term before? I'm sure that you have. It's very commonly used in the medical world. So what is all of this about? Well, first of all, your spine is literally your body's lifeline. It runs right through the center of you. Your spine has two really important jobs to do for you. This is why it's your lifeline. Number one, it's responsible for holding up your body weight. That's what we call your posture. So the stronger your spine is, the better posture a person will have. The weaker your spine is, well, then it loses its ability to hold up your body weight. So that's why a person will have poor posture. Okay, so then what happens is your spine also is responsible for housing and encasing your spinal cord. Now, your spinal cord is essential for life in your body. Let me tell you why. Your brain controls everything in your body. And your brain is an electrical organism, isn't it? In other words, there's literally electricity that flows through the brain and over your nervous system in order to be able for the brain to communicate with the body. That's how the body controls itself. That's how the brain controls the body. So the brain is responsible for organ function. The brain is responsible for cellular function. The brain is responsible for healing of the tissue. The brain is responsible for your expression of DNA, believe it or not. The brain is responsible for the movement and the strength in your arms and in your legs. And your brain is also responsible for the chemistry balance within your body. And your brain handles all of this simultaneously through the nervous system, through the spinal cord. So the way that this happens is the brain sends electrical messages over the spinal cord, and those messages flow over the spinal cord just like electricity would flow through an electrical wire. And then those electrical messages exit the spine in between the spinal bones, and those messages travel over smaller nerves to all the different parts of the body. And every cell in your body relies upon that energy or that information from your brain to keep you alive. That's what keeps you alive. So if you think in terms of the aging process and you had a scale where one end of the scale was totally alive and the other end of the scale was totally dead, right? We're somewhere in between. Either we're more alive, which is what we call being healthy, or we're more dead, which is what we call being diseased and having illness, right? Being ill, which results in a poor quality of life and which results in the body aging faster physiologically than what you are chronologically. Well, nobody wants their body to age faster. So what does the spine have to do with this? Well, your spine has an aging process as well. You see, when you have different stresses or different traumas, they can be a trauma like a fall or a fender bender, or it can be something less dramatic, like a repetitive stress, like sitting at your computer or sleeping at night the wrong way. Shoot, sometimes patients come in and they complain that they've got misalignments in their spine because they slept with their pet. How many of you guys have pets that you sleep with and they cause you to be all contorted when you sleep, right? I love my pet, but I don't sleep with him because I don't want to get subluxations, right? So anyway, when we have these different stresses, it causes the spinal bones to shift out of their normal alignment. And they don't just move gently out of their normal alignment. They move out of alignment and they get stuck there. They get stuck. It's like they move out, but they can't move back. It's like being stuck. It's like a car being stuck in park, okay? And when this happens, that misalignment in the spine causes stress to the nervous system. It slows the whole nervous system down, which ultimately slows your body down, which ultimately leads to the faster aging process of the body. But what it also does is it causes the joint in between the spinal bones to also age faster and break down. And what that means when your spine gets stuck like that, that means that those joints are aging or breaking down faster physiologically than the age of the spine is chronologically, if you can follow that, right? So that means that the spine is becoming degenerative. Now, sometimes I hear from people like, they'll say to me, well, I know I have joint degeneration, but that's normal. That's not normal. If you had normal motion in your spine, you would not have degeneration. So the breakdown process and the accelerated aging process of anything in your body, including your spine, is not a normal, healthy process. Now, it may be common in a group of people maybe that are not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing to take care of their health. Because if you're not taking care of your health, and if you're not taking care of your spine, just like common sense would tell you, things are going to break down and age faster than what they're supposed to. You know, I'll leave you with one quick story. You probably didn't know this, but Jack LaLanne, who was a fitness guru. So I'm going to be 47 here tomorrow. And so I'm assuming if you're probably in your 40s, certainly 50s or 60s, you know who Jack LaLanne is. Well, by trade, most people don't know this, but Jack LaLanne was a chiropractor. And he knew something that other fitness gurus did not know. And he knew the power and the importance of having a strong, healthy spine, healthy spinal cord, and healthy nervous system. When Jack LaLanne was 86 years old, he was still running marathons. So chronological age is not as important as physiological age. Physiological age is the performance that your body has. And at Healing Hands, we have a motto, and that motto is to live your life limitless. There are no limits to what you can do and who you can be, what you can have, and you can certainly slow that physiological aging process down almost to a halt.